We're 4 chapters deep now of this Mandalorian sidekick, the 50-year-old green guy, baby, and we still don't know its name. We still don't know its species. I don't blame anyone for calling it Baby Yoda. Star Wars hasn't given us a reason to give it any other name. It's inaccurate and these videos aren't going to age well, but Baby Yoda, I don't blame anybody for it. We did see some stuff about this character, this unnamed green baby. Even though he is a baby, he still learns. He sees the reactions to everybody eating that frog, spits it right out. And they say, ew. I was hoping maybe that the kids would nickname him because sometimes characters get named off of their traits. Like I know in the Solo movie, which I didn't watch, I know the reason he's named Solo was because he was alone. So maybe this baby, what it's interested in the ball on top of that lever on the ship. Maybe you could call him Ball. That was a horrible idea, and I realized as I said it. But you could have called him something based on his trait, and this kids could have been like, "Hey, you're the spit out. You're the throw up. You're the smiley," because it was always smiling. This baby should be named by now. We teased that it would be left alone and left on that planet, and they keep doing that with me, like making me think, okay, that's the end of this character arc. Where are we going with this Mandalorian show? And no, the baby's gonna stick around for the next episode at least. A lot of things get teased here, like the moment. Remember in episode 1 how it ended? There was that shot from the blaster. We thought that the baby was about to die. No, it was the droid that was played by Taika Waititi. That's the one that went down, and we realized, oh, he's safe. Same thing with here. There was a moment when someone was gonna snipe the baby, and the shot happens, and I don't know about you, but I was convinced, and I'm like, oh, they didn't show the body because it's a Disney and they can't. That's why. Usually, when they don't show a body, I think, oh, that character's definitely alive. But with Disney, I think the creators, who was the director, Bryce Dallas Howard, I think she took advantage of, or it's dumb luck, but she took advantage of us knowing that it's a Disney show and we're not going to show anything too violent. I thought the baby really died. Nope, Gina Carano's character actually shot the sniper dude. She showed up here. She fought him. She was on this planet first, and it's hers. Fair, and it looks like it's gonna stay hers by the end of this episode. She taught the people on the planet how to fight. All the farmers on the planet. It was an ATST, man. That's a big deal there. The way that they planned everything though was cool. The way that she said that I'm gonna run up next to the trench and I'll force it to have to make that step forward and crumble and fall. To quote Good Charlotte, she that was wise of her. What wasn't wise of her, if we could rewind to the first appearance of this ATST, when you show it climbing and getting stronger in the background, and the characters at the time, her and Mando, were just in awe and watching it. That's not what too skilled. It would not be frozen for 3 seconds and then decide run. And it's one thing to criticize, it's another thing to offer solutions. I'd still have them in the foreground. I'd still have the thing in the background rising, but maybe their attention could be occupied on themselves. They could be speaking. They could say, do you hear that? Anything, but not run. It's done doing its 3 seconds of climbing and scaring. We could have served both purposes, the narrative of the story and the experience of, oh no, it's the ATSD. So Bryce Dallas Howard, that's on you. Your dad, what did her dad do? It was Rogue One, wasn't it? I watched Rogue One. I liked Rogue One. I like Bryce Dallas Howard too, in everything she's done. That was the episode, really, right? They decide to leave. Unfortunately, Mandalorian does not want to stick it with the pretty widow. Could have had everything he wanted. But it looks like he's a human being too. He took off the mask to eat food. I didn't see any hair. I didn't see any alien tentacles coming out of his face. It looks like he's a human. He said that the Mandalorians accepted him from far away. So I'm not certain, but I'm 9 out of 10. He's a human. He's a human being character, and that's that. The last review I said, or maybe I said this to someone else while I was talking about the show, but I always thought that they're putting the mask on to save money on CGI and puppets or whatever it would take, and then we'll get the revelation that he's a alien species. No, he is a human being. You know what? This is unrelated. Okay, Mandalorian review over. I think that the Yoda species baby that we have now, he'll grow. He's 50 years old right now. Maybe he grows even taller than where Yoda is, so that in the new movie in 2022, which will take place in the future, assuming it'll take place in the future, he will be old enough to talk. He'll still be a young little Padawan learning the ways of the Force. Maybe he doesn't even speak in reverse. Maybe that was exclusive to Yoda. Maybe his species also is taller than Yoda. It was maybe perhaps two explanations. The reason I'm saying this, first of all, is so that they could hire like a good 5'4" human being to play Yoda. But two explanations. Maybe the species actually grow pretty tall, and throughout their age they shrink and shrink and shrink. We caught Yoda at the tail end of his life. Or maybe just Yoda was rare and he was short for his species, and Yertle her. Maybe them two are just really short for their species. They actually can grow to be pretty normal size. Anything to differentiate him from Yoda. I thought that before the previous episode. I thought that maybe they'd make him a her, but the doctor called him him. Still don't know a name for the species, and still don't know the name of the baby. I will try my best not to call it Baby Yoda, but if I do, mistakes will be made. Go watch one of my other videos. Go watch the Ironheart video, and then whatever popped up on this side of the page too. Watch that. Okay.